All right, welcome to a 3-minute takeaway. We got our cup full of leadership topics here. People are like, are those, do you just pick one and then ball it up? Nope, look, see, you got them all down in there. Ball it up. Let's grab that one. There we go. Usually when I get 2 or 3 in my hand, I'm always hoping that it's an easy one. Okay. You don't need to have the spotlight to light the way. Ooh, okay, you don't need to have the spotlight to light the way. All right, 3 minutes is started. Okay, you don't need to have the spotlight to light the way. There's a couple things I think about here. The first thing I think about is the when I, then I trap. Okay, when I have a large YouTube channel, then I will do this, or then I will do that. It's really you're not taking action until you feel like you've reached a certain point. And, you know, YouTube's an example that you see a lot. You're obviously watching this on YouTube, so you see that a lot on YouTube. People have this hesitancy to take action until they get to a certain point. But this happens in our everyday life. It happens in our roles at work. We have these imaginary checkpoints in our mind that we have to get to before we take action. But I think if you reframe your thinking to take action, you'll eventually then get to the checkpoints. Okay, so instead of saying when I, then I, say I'm going to take action right now so that it will lead to something else. Because it really is the small actions over time that lead to big results. And so if you're going to do it, then why not go ahead and start it right now? That's kind of the first thing I think of, because many times we're waiting until we have a position of authority, or we're waiting until a certain point to speak into something. Why wait? Why not go ahead right now? I think if you prepare outside of the spotlight, you're ready for when the spotlight shines on you. It reminds me of the leadership thought. What you practice in private will show in public. You think about teams, right? They say champions are made in the weight room, not on the field. It's true. All of the preparation you do shows up when you get on the field. So you're in the spotlight, you're on the camera, on the field, but what we're seeing is a culmination of all you did in the weight room. We're seeing a culmination of the practice hours that you put in. So I think when people say, I'll wait for the spotlight to light the way, I'll wait for the spotlight to lead, that waiting is sacrificing all they could be doing to prepare for that moment when the spotlight shines on them. What you do in practice will then later show up. So I would be thinking about how right now are you mentally putting a barrier up on moving forward, on getting started? Is there something that you're leaning into and saying, when I get to this point, then I'll do that? I would go ahead and make a decision to just take action. There's our 3 minutes. I would make a decision to just take action. And then when the spotlight comes, you're already ready to lead the way. I'll see you in the next video.